On the first Monday of May every year, the Metropolitan Museum of the Arts hosts the Costume Institute for one of fashion's most popular exhibitions, the Met Gala. With a different theme every year, attendees always take the dress code seriously, and this year was no exception. Tonight on the show, we dissect the fashion on the pink carpet at the 2019 Met Gala. You are tuned into Uganda's unrivaled fashion and style TV show, the NTV Style Project. Welcome aboard. My name is Kazibon Solomon, and tonight I'm thrilled to be joined by my team of troopers, starting off with Bettina Tiana.
Hey guys! So everyone who is anyone in the fashion industry attended fashion's biggest night, and we here at the Style Project cannot wait to break down our faves. So sit back, relax, enjoy the show with us.
The Lil Stunner, Sheila Gashumba.
Well, I'm super excited for about this, episode. The fact that we are talking about, some of the best looks that happen in a year, and also being criticized or giving few tips here and there from some of Uganda's best people in the style industry. We have Gloria as well on the show, who is very, very well versed with style and fashion. So I just can't wait to hear the opinions coming in from you guys. That's what I'm excited about today.
Well, Gloria, you've been introduced already, but let me just do the honors. Ladies and gentlemen, we happen to be joined by celebrated fashion journalist and two-time ASFA award-winning fashion writer, Gloria Haguma.
Thank you, Solomon. It's always a pleasure being here. Thank you for having me, and I'm so excited to be discussing the Met Gala because it's possibly one of the biggest fashion nights in the world. It's like A-listers, B-listers, C-listers don't even make it, so you can imagine how amazing it was. So I'm very excited to be here.
Well, this year's theme, as we know it, was camp, not on fashion. Now, Gloria, what came to mind when you actually, saw that this year's theme? Because I remember the very first time I heard it was gonna be camp. For me, I made a reference to an outdoor activity that involves pitching a tent and being in the outdoors and whatnot. Then later on, I learned it was way, way different. So what's camp? What does it mean
just loosely translating, camp is supposed to be something that is unnatural, but very outstanding and iconic to say. So that is something you'd actually see in most of the costumes that the people are wearing, I feel like it was actually a very nice theme, to kind of move from last year was like too serious, people went like all out. So yeah, just briefly, that is what camp is. That is why most of the looks that you see actually very casual, but it's not your usual casual outfit, something out of this world, out of the ordinary, which is what the Met is all about. You've seen all the looks that have been coming up.
Well, we open tonight's dissecting board with Kim Kardashian dressed in Pierre Mugler.
Yes.
And this was supposed to be like a vintage, get up. And whenever I looked at it, the first thing that came to mind is that, I was expecting a floor-length gown.
Yeah.
But I love the fact that this time she went for like a mini dress, which was very unexpected. And as a stylist, for me, I get off to like detailing. When I look at an outfit, I want to look at the detail. And
I thought it was raining the first time.
When you look at it, she just looks like she stepped out of a pool. It creates that illusion.
Her hair.
And it's really, really, it's just so beautiful. The hair just complements the dress and the makeup. I love the fact that she's super, super tan. Because I remember seeing somewhere on Instagram, someone commented and they're like, why is Kim trying to be black? But like, I love the fact that the dress in itself and the hair and the tan, everything just worked well together.
About the look, it's just a little bit reminiscent of what Beyonce has worn. It kind of has that latex feel to it, and we've seen Queen Bee wear something that is latex as well. But I love this look. Oh my god, her glam was so on point. Kim was different. We all expected something floor sweeping. Now, camp is all about flamboyant, going all out. It's something that the stars wear to capture attention. To me, this is how you capture attention without trying so hard. Yes, we have latex going on, we have the raindrops coming out, and then we have the sheer, the open chest, but it's not long like we would expect it. The length is just perfect, and she's like body balls. I love this look.
Well, this was possibly my second favorite look. It was, it's perfection, it's like, sometimes you have to accept and say, maybe I don't like this idea, but I mean, she's perfect. Like, there's nothing I don't like about this look. She looks amazing. And actually, I saw something on, I think it was Vogue, when I was reading this morning, and they actually said she had a corset on, you know, it's like, so I'm imagining the difficulty to breathe.
Breathing.
But I mean, it's worth it if you're going to
Yeah.
look like that. So I love this look. I love the crystals that give it that illusion of, you know, out of the ocean and
Yeah.
dripping. And I mean, it's amazing.
Just
I would-
literally like dripping.
dripping.
Yeah, to be
Yeah.
honest, like I read a little bit of, I watched a video of her explaining and then saw a couple of tweets. As usual, Twitter people always have something to say. And they said she actually couldn't sit in a car. She had to be driven in a van where she has to stand the whole time until she gets to where, you know, because she couldn't sit in this outfit. She couldn't go to the loos for over 4 hours.
Next, we have Kim Kardashian's younger sisters, Kylie Jenner, the makeup mogul, and she's a billionaire now, and Kendall Jenner, supermodel. Tazibon, what do you think about their looks?
First of all, I should say there was way too many blooms, way too many feathers.
I know, right?
And you know, honestly, like this, I easily, like whenever I was going through the pictures, I easily just swiped past them because I've seen these silhouettes on these girls like time and time again. So for me, with the exception that there were feathers, this time to add, you know, much needed detail, it was nothing to write home about for me.
Yeah.
Kylie's lavender kind of reminded me of Lil Kim. You know, Lil Kim is known for the colored hair, and you know, most of the colors belong to Lil Kim. I loved her color. It was so refreshing. And her sister in orange, that is a very beautiful color. They really represented camp, something that is so flamboyant and all the way. Yes, we've seen feathers, we've seen these fabrics before, and the designs, but they still look beautiful. They look like stars.
They do look lovely. I'll admit they look amazing, but these are not anywhere near my
I think it
favorite
should have
looks.
been good for
Plus,
a photo shoot. Only.
yeah, I don't even feel like this is camp, you know. I feel like they weren't just the stuff they wear all the
All
time,
the
like
time.
Tasbon said. Like this is something they wear all the time. The only difference now they have feathers going on. So I'm not even shocked that the designer Donatella, who was actually present, did not even take pictures with them. Because usually the designer will come and, you know, take a pose with you, and she didn't actually pose with them. Because I feel this is even embarrassing to the brand.
I mean, after seeing all these people,
Yeah, I mean, like
like
after
Lady
seeing all these
Gaga,
people, like, no,
Lady
honey,
Gaga
I didn't
had,
make
like,
My
those
competition
dresses.
is dead.
Yeah, so
know.
I mean, they look amazing, but I don't. These are not even anywhere near the favorites.
Honestly, I
Yeah.
feel that same sentiments. Onwards to one of the night's most memorable looks, and when I say memorable, for me it was memorable following the memes that I saw all over the internet. You know, the last meme I saw was like a red couch, like a red velvet couch, and then she was just right next to it. So, you know, Cardi B has been quite the sensation, like all through last year and up until this year. She's been killing it in music, she's been killing it in fashion.
Yeah.
But like this look, man, like for me, I have mixed sentiments. First of all, like when you look at it, like the train and the quilting and the detail and how it was spread all over, like the pink
it, like,
carpet.
heavy?
When you looked at it from the back, it was kind of reminiscent of Rihanna's, you know, look from the last time she attended the Met Gala. And now when you come towards the headgear and that thing that was covering the rest of her face, now that looks like what Nicki Minaj had on like last year at the Met Gala. So I do not know where Colin Carter, who happens to be her stylist, you know, picks inspiration. But I feel sometimes he just does not really like do his research.
When it comes to this look, well, I actually share your statement. I mean, I'm not blown away by this look. I feel like it's overwhelming, first of all. Then the fact that we've actually seen this look before at the same event is actually very disturbing. Yeah, because Rihanna has worn this look before, so it's nothing. It's literally a replica of what she wore. So I actually don't like this
But
look.
where
It
was
even
Rihanna?
looks very uncomfortable.
I wish she went for something different, but at least she made a statement, and this is what the Met Gala is all about. It's costumey, something that is over the top, and then you make a statement, but let's try and see something different. I hope we can see something different next year from Cardi B.
Well, speaking of attention, Pose's very own Billy Potter was in attendance, and this time, this ensemble, I'm looking for the words to describe it.
Yay or nay?
Right from the entrance to
Yeah?
when he stepped on the pink carpet and literally just put his arms out, and for me it was like
Ta-da-dun, ta-da,
there was like
Superman.
a lot. There was a lot to digest.
Also, of all, I watched his Instagram and his makeup took over 4 hours.
Oh, for what?
Getting
It doesn't look
that
like it took 4
Yeah.
No, it did take 4
Well,
hours.
It,
But
does,
you know,
it
it
took 4 hours, but what were they thinking?
Well, the makeup, and then he has this bejeweled around the eyes. All that takes time. I just love his entrance. You guys, that is how you make an entrance. Like, hey, I have arrived. Oh my god, I loved.
Brian, I think I need to copy this for us
I
first.
love the gold. Like, we haven't seen anything like that in Uganda.
Yeah, we need to
I
copy
feel like
this.
for someone that is trying to, step out and, establish yourself as a fashionista, one of the top qualities you need to have is actually be very confident. Like, I like this look, I'm wearing it, whether you like it or not. And I feel like that is one thing that Billy Potter has. You remember he showed up at the Oscars in a tuxedo dress. Had you ever in your entire life seen him in a tuxedo dress? No. But he showed up, he owned it, he looked amazing, and he probably got one of the best reviews when the show was done. So this look was no exception. I mean, anyone could have showed up on the chariot thing being carried, but he had to go extra with the makeup, with the wings. When he got the recap, and then he lets his arms out
the
and
guys
like wings going on.
carrying his chair.
They're also
So
in
hard to
costume.
beat.
But
So
see how he's seated there, guys.
Like, he's dressed like a
He's
real
sitting.
Egyptian
Honestly,
queen.
I feel like Billy Potter is just
He's
chasing clout for pause
I
next
know.
season.
But
Guys,
guys,
but guess what? That was his first Met Gala, and he said, "I've been trying to get to the Met Gala, and
Oh, yeah?
finally I'm here." That is how you show them. Thank you for choosing me. It is a
Now let me
and
show you how it's
yeah,
done.
but you guys, yeah.
Let's take a breather for now. We will be with you in a jiffy. Well, Jared Leto dressed in Gucci and carrying a replica of his own head.
What was the idea behind that?
I
Accessory.
honestly do not know, but because I looked a bit into what Gucci showcased, and their last collection had models walk on the runway carrying replicas of their own heads. So I do not know whatever message it is that the designer was trying to put out, but getting into what Jared Leto was wearing, I know Jared Leto for being very eccentric. He's very, very eccentric. He's very daring. And this time I feel like he's Jared Leto at his best.
Nigerian designer and stylist Swanky Jerry wore this to the Aspas once, and it looked amazing. So I just feel like Hollywood is taking this from Africa. Don't you get that vibe?
No, yeah, completely.
No?
No, I mean, you've seen the comparisons of Fabiola's,
Yeah.
hood the dress, and
Yeah.
Alicia Keys had a similar dress. Everyone
Are
saying,
we,
oh no,
I
she
think
actually.
we're already there as well.
Plus,
That's where we share ideas.
actually we are, because Dior released the upcoming collection that is literally full of kente, like literally the kitenge that I'm even wearing right now.
No,
So they have it,
Heidi,
and
Africans usually get outraged when
they see
foreign
that.
designers use African prints. They
And
are-
how
they're
No, but
like-
I feel like
But foreign designers don't get
Funny.
mad when we make
chiffon
No,
and
they
satin
get
and
mad. They get mad at the prices.
at the prices, right?
Yeah.
Well, moving on to one of my personal favorites, Janelle Monáe wearing Christian Siriano. Now, this look for me was life.
Fabulous, darling.
Because Janelle Monáe for doing black
So
and
would
white
say
like, the
that,
whole time. And she's always, Janelle Monáe is what I would call a gender bender, that's why she's been wearing like tuxedos and suits, and now she's literally trying to transition and wearing more ladylike silhouettes. This look for me was life. First of all, given the fact that you look at it and you see a lot of like skill and artistry.
I feel like she just tries to have the best of all worlds. She can pull off just anything in her way. She has her own fashion, the way she does her things, and that's who she is. And I love it when people have their own sense of style. So I love her. She could go away. She's just perfect.
So probably what most people didn't notice was one of the elements of camp style is queer. So, and I feel like Janelle is one of those celebrities that actually kind of moved to that direction of the theme. I like this look. It's actually by Cristiano Siriano, and it's amazing. Like, she looks nice. Considering we've actually seen her in a lot of black and whites, I feel like the color splash was a good idea. She looks lovely. She's owning the look, which is actually very important. And at one point, the eye was actually, winking, which was quite interesting. So I tried to think, how is this thing even happening? So, I mean, it just goes to show you how much, these people put time and effort is put into this look. So she does look amazing. She looks like she actually came to own this pink carpet, and she did own it.
Anyone that's watched Grownish knows this young gentleman here, Luca Sambat. Now, Luca is one of the most stylish men alive. at the moment. Yes. And this look was basically created between himself and Virgil Abloh.
Well, I mean, it's amazing. I love it. I wouldn't wear it. I wouldn't stand next to anyone wearing it, but I love it.
I'm
Yeah.
just here for the color. It's a very clever move for them to use grey. Because had it been the actual American flag colors,
Yeah.
it would be
Yeah, to
A
be
bit tacky, yeah?
yeah.
Well, holding it down for the Blitz was Odell Beckham wearing a kilt and one half of a tuxedo, which I was told he literally just bought a tuxedo and like yanked the arms off.
I think he's very fashionable and he is so
Yes.
cute. He's a well-kept guy. Everyone loves a guy with a beard. And to me,
I don't.
This
You don't? How do you not like a guy with a beard?
that kind of beard. No. What I was
Will you give us
saying.
some tips
Yeah.
on what you do if you wanted to wear a kilt? What kind of body shape?
All right, so I feel to pull off a kilt, first and foremost, you need to have the legs for it.
Thank you.
You need to have the
Go
legs
to the
for
gym.
it.
What kind
Now,
of legs? The gym.
I could say if your legs look like
Don't
the
mention-
legs of
don't
our brothers
do
from a
that.
certain part of Uganda, please stay away. Kindly stay away from these kilts. And also the other thing, I feel that the trick to pulling off a kilt, because I've worn one myself before, I feel is to kind of like basically, I've worn kilts, but not a full-on kilt. I've worn
Oh,
them
yeah, for
over pants
events.
and whatnot.
Yeah.
I feel you kind of like offset the feminine vibe of the kilt. You need a very more a more masculine piece on the top.
Yeah.
So you could practically opt for a tuxedo, like a jacket or something like really structured on the top to just create that bit of balance. Well, I've been loving Celine Dion's confidence lately. You know, she's been stepping out and being the most daring Celine Dion we've
50-year-old
seen
university.
since we've known Celine Dion.
When they interviewed on the red carpet, so in the pink carpet, she actually mentioned that she was a bit confused about the theme. She actually, just like you mentioned, she thought it was actually literally camping at the event. So I'm actually
So
glad
is that how
she
she will go camping?
No, I'm sure the style is kind of explained.
Yeah, they explained what the
But I
film
mean, she looks amazing. I hope I look better than that when I'm her age. She
Better.
looks really nice, and I mean, to be, she's what, 50, 60?
50.
And she can still pull off a plunge. Like
Yeah.
that is amazing. She looks amazing.
If you want to look flamboyant, fabulous, and like a real star, you have to go French. For me, she killed it. I love the headpiece. We've seen this on Desire Luzinda, but here it is on the legend Celine Dion, and she looks great. I also love the pop of color with her eyes. She had a picture that went viral where she had the dark eye. So I'm happy that her glam advised her to go a little bit bright, and that
Yeah.
really worked for her.
Well, we cannot talk of fashion on the pink carpet and not talk about Lady Gaga, who happened to be co-chair and host for the night. What do you make of Lady Gaga's ensemble?
If you can remember from when Gaga had sort of just come onto the scene, one of the things that actually stood out about her was, her style.
Oh, yeah.
Very eccentric, very, chill. Like, I don't care what you say.
Say.
This is me, this is what
And you will
And then
look at
at
me
some
and
point she
talk.
kind of let go of that, and
Yeah.
now she was being too ladylike, and then it kind of got
And we weren't
boring.
feeling it.
So I'm actually glad. I am happy that Gaga is back.
Yes.
I am happy. Me and the other 10 million
Other
monsters.
people
We
and
are
others.
so glad she's back.
Yeah.
I love this look. I mean, at some point these events, get too serious, and everyone is trying to, keep it professional. So I like that she brought the fun. She was interesting. She was very entertaining. I love this look. She looked amazing. Well, until the fourth part where she stripped. Everything else was really nice. But I'm
Yeah.
glad she's back to her old self.
This year, like gentlemen on the pink carpet took like a different turn. They were basically toying with a lot of like
Ladylike.
women's wear and ladylike inspired like silhouettes. I do not know why that is.
Gloria maybe has an answer.
Well, I feel, would I be wrong if I said people like Kanye West started that sort of trend? With, let's say, like on the first collection that he did, we saw a lot of pieces that were both, feminine and, even the guys could try them out. And then I feel, like we said earlier, the theme was queer. You know, one of the things about being queer is being out of the ordinary. And I mean, what is more out of the ordinary than a guy wearing, you know, women-inspired clothing? Overall, I feel everyone made an effort. People looked amazing. I like that even the guys went out. You know, usually at these events, the ladies, you know, have all these, you
They
know,
always steal the
going on.
shine.
And then the guy just goes and picks a
In a
tuxedo and is
backsuit,
done.
yes.
Like, I'm done. But I like that actually people made an effort. And it would be nice to see something like this actually tried out probably at the Air Brands this year.
And the
Yeah.
Astros. Well, as we wrap up the show, we would love to hear from you. Tell us about your favorite looks for the night, and you can do that on all our social media channels, on our Facebook page, the NTV Style Project, and on our Instagram, the handle is _style project. Tonight's show was shot on location at A Brand Store at Garden City, the plug for the fashion forward man.
It's been your girl Sheila Goshumba. I had such an amazing time on the show speaking style and fashion with the usual suspects. I've been dressed by Kashkwam and hair by Chris and makeup by the beautiful and lovely Sheila.
Bettina, thank you so much for watching tonight's episode. If you loved the show, drop us a comment, let us know what you enjoyed. And thanks to the best designer in the world, Anita Beru. Thank you so much for my ensemble. I can't wait for you guys to see the pictures on my Instagram, so follow me on Instagram at Bettina Tiana.
Thank you so much for having me. And well, it was really nice because, I mean, the Met is one of those things that you have to
Dig in.
So I'm glad I was invited on this segment. Thank you so much. Thank you to Sheila for my first bit, and my dress is by Kai Divo Collection, and the accessories are well chosen by me. Thank you so much, and have a good night.
Good night.
Good night. Take
Good
care.
night.